Hello and welcome. Welcome to A1R Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV. I'm Rayleen Kable. I'm your host for Soul Talk. I hope you're having a fantastic week. It's Friday here in Australia, so we are all kind of like winding down for the weekend. So I hope that, we're going to have a beautiful weekend. We've had a lot of rain. For those of you overseas who haven't known, we've had a lot of floods, a lot of rain. But, today's a beautiful day. Let's make the most of it. And I'm just looking forward to connecting with you and throughout the show taking a caller. But whatever you're doing, I hope you're embracing. As today we've had I had a few hiccups with my little microphone. And I assure myself and our wonderful producer Dave that I'm going to get it right next time. So today is one of those days where I just really want to have a little chat to you about a few things in creating a lovely little space for yourself. I've recently been writing up some things that I'm going to share on my YouTube and so forth in the future, very near future, regarding just kind of like creating a space for yourself. We're in a time now where we really need to nurture ourselves. So one of the things I think is creating a sacred space is a really beautiful thing. And, having the right environment around us, having the right music around us, having the right people around us, just having all the right things that kind of like bring that lovely balance back in mind, body and spirit, and especially the soul. The soul needs to be nurtured, and hence to say why my show is called Soul Talk, because I love to work on a soul level with everybody. So creating a space, that's one of the things that I really wanted to talk about today, because I think when we create a space, not only for ourselves, but for those we love, that is a sacred and serene place, it allows for clarity to come in. So what I find is when we have clarity, we can then make really strong decisions where we're moving and how we're moving forward in life and what we want to obtain. And I think, we're in a beautiful time in this lifetime to really be what we want to be, and bring in the abundance that we all desire, and bring in just the beautiful things that are supposed to be happening in our world. So, if it's not happening in the world at large, if you become that center of creating it in your world, you then affect the collective, the consciousness. So, and we all have a role to play. And I hope my role today is to help you in some way to just be able to bring that balance back into your life. So, there's a few little pointers I'd love to give you, because I think when we have some little techniques that we can use or utilize, I think that really makes a big difference. Now, one of the things I have to say, we forget to breathe. Breathing is one of the most important things. I'm so very blessed at this point in time in my life to live on property, and I have trees around me, many, many trees. And, I have to say I've learned so much in being here, because the trees have taught me their essence and what their importance is to the human race. And, it's everything from oxygen down to, not only oxygen, but, shelter and support. So breathe, people, everyone. Take a nice deep breath and just enjoy, let your body get that air and oxygen that it really needs, just to kind of like sometimes clear all the cobwebs away, as we say. So breathing is a wonderful thing. Another wonderful thing that you can work with just to get a nice little balance in your life right now is to smile. When we smile, we really do, it actually sets off certain hormones and endorphins, and that allows us to come into what I call an inner balance and peace, because when we smile, it actually does relax a lot more muscles than you realize. So even though you may not feel at times like you want to smile, or that smiling is an important aspect to your life, if you don't do it a lot, I'm going to suggest doing it a lot more. And even when you smile, it just really lifts the energy and the environment around you. So that's another good point. Also, making sure you're looking after your physical well-being. So are you walking? Are you exercising? Are you eating well? Are you also drinking enough water? Remember, our bodies are made up of, I think, don't quote me on this, but maybe 98% water. So if we keep our fluids up, our water intake, we then start to feel a little bit like the body just goes, oh yeah, now I'm, firing up, I'm ready to go. So maybe looking at things like that as well. So are you eating well? Are you, having enough fluids? Are you getting enough time with people that make you feel good too? Is that something that you're missing? Have you not connected with people for a while because of whatever reason? Maybe it's time to go, okay, if you're a little bit worried about, catching a cold, or in Australia, we've got the cold influenza going around and a few other things. So, I mean, if you're a precautious person and you don't like to, let's say, be around a lot of people this time in winter, well, winter in Australia, well then, maybe just do it in a safe way, like meet out in the open in a park where you can kind of like still catch up, but also, just connect, because we need to connect. Everyone needs to connect, but in different ways now to what we were maybe a year or so ago. So let's get the joy back into our world. Let's get that joy happening where we can kind of like, say, this is a wonderful day, and I'm so looking forward to tomorrow and the next day and the next day, and I think, bringing joy back in the most simplest ways. And sometimes we just forget how to do it. I mean, I was sitting back the other night, I was writing a few things, and I thought of a few things, and I thought, oh my God, I haven't done that for a long time, And when we kind of like reconnect with things that bring that element of joy and happiness, you remember that it's easy to get again. Do you know what I mean? Because it's so easy to fall into that, oh, my life's not the best, and my life's not, as where I want it to be. I thought I was going to be somewhere else by this stage. So we can't really look at that anymore. It's more about working on the now, where you are right now, how you want to best, prepare yourself for the future, and bring in all the beautiful joys, the simple joys in life. And I've got that saying, the simple joys in life are often the best. And it's so true. And even, cooking something up that you haven't cooked up for a while, it might have been something that you then love to cook, just getting back in touch with the things that bring that little bit of, that little bit of balance back in. Getting outdoors is great as well. So what have I been doing, everybody? Well, I've been a busy bee, I have to be honest. I've been very busy writing. I'm writing books, and I'm creating cards, and I'm doing a lot of beautiful things, which all take time. And I have to be honest, I've been a little bit lazy on my YouTube. So for those of you following me on YouTube, please forgive me. I'm coming back with a whole lot of videos. So I really enjoy that. I really love just helping people with tools. If we've got the tools, we can use them. It's like a mechanic. If he's got all the right tools, he'll get the job done right. And I guess so for myself and for yourself, you may find that you've got some things that you used to love doing, but you put the tools down, and maybe it's time to pick them back up again. I've got a little bit of a flair for art. I love art. I'm not a good artist. I have done some beautiful things, I must say, to my surprise. But when I put the art brush in my hand and I start painting, it's amazing, and I surprise myself, to be honest. I have to let you know, I've actually I'm at the moment, I'm just all wired up. I'm just excited. I don't know why. And sometimes when I get like that, I just get overwhelmed, and I say everything back to front. So I love it. But, I'm not perfect, but I can be if I want to be, if you know what I mean. So I'm just waiting on another caller, which I'm really looking forward to. So as I was saying, let's get back into life. Let's get back into living and really create the things that we want to create. Get back to some of your past things that you've once done that you got joy from, and it may have been a lot of joy. But life is wonderful, everybody, and it is time to enjoy it. We have a lot of things going on all around the world, and we just have to stay balanced and centered. And if you are blessed to have trees around you, by the way, really take some time to connect with them. You'd be quite surprised the messages that come through from the tree family. And I'm very connected to pretty much everything, and I love and appreciate all that I do in respects of connection. And so don't be shy to if you're new to my talking and how I work, I love everything. So the way I work with things is just I have a lovely deep respect for all walks of life and all walks of. We got Jacqueline from Virginia. Hi, Jacqueline. How are you today?
Hi, how are you? I'm doing well.
That's good. Thank you for tuning in and thank you for calling in. How can I help you today?
Well, I was actually wondering if you could see or have any messages for me in regards
Okay.
to just life in general. Any messages that I'm missing from spirit or anything that
Yeah,
I
from
need to
Spirit.
know.
Yeah. Well, look, Jacqueline, straight away, you are what I call going through a little bit of a transition at the moment. So you are in a new cycle. It's like a rebirth, if that's a better way of putting it to you. To explain a rebirth, it's like we kind of like go from inner change to external change. So we really change from within. And I love it because, I feel there's so many beautiful new doors opening up for you in this way, not just you knowing yourself better, but also potentially love and opportunities around love and relationship blossoming. I've got, because I do see it's a time of manifestation for you, Jacqueline. And, do you understand what I mean by when I say manifestation, manifesting, bringing into your world what you want?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, because I get very strongly. You've got, as I'm talking, that's why I'm looking down. I'm just laying a few cards down for you, and it's just showing me here. You've got a lot of love and support from the other side as well. I must say, the spirit world. I've got two males in the spirit world with you, and I actually feel like they are a bit of a guiding force to you, my dear. Can you understand why I'd say that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Oh, you're beautiful. That's lovely to say, ma'am. I've never been called ma'am, and that's so very respectful. So, if I was to look at your life moving forward, I want to say to you, yes, there's been a lot of loss on throughout the stages, and I don't feel like it's all been together. I almost feel like I'm going over a duration of years, but I feel like there's when we say loss, there's been loss in the physical, but yet in the spirit world, I feel like everyone's still guiding you. So it's not like you're not alone, if that's a better way of putting it to you. I've also got very strongly that you have got a lot of love around you, but also in the physical sense. So to me, I'd have to look at it and go, okay, potentially here we've got. Are you married? Are you in a relationship at the moment, Jacqueline?
No, I'm currently single.
Wow, well, isn't that very strong? Because yeah, and I'll just show you the card that's come up. Just I don't know if you can see. Ooh, oh, everything's different on my screen. So it's two of cups. Hmm. So what I want to say to you, that is a symbol of, if love is what you desire, if love is something, and sometimes we go, nah, I don't want it because it's too painful. But I actually feel that in this stage in your life, I feel like there's so many beautiful new doors opening. And that is one of the key doors, that is opening up for you. So if love is something that you really do want in the right ways, I really do feel spirit is going to, and you've also got the wish to be granted card. So I want to say to you, if this is something that is really important to you, and look, we all want love, but we also have certain things that we want from love. And I think you've been very specific in asking spirit what it is that you want, and I truly believe it's coming. So, you know, um, wow, that's pretty good. Are you excited about that? Jack?
Yeah, I do. I hope it's about the situation that's coming up within the next month. I'm just
Yeah,
hoping that I
beautiful.
remain free and with my
Because
children and not incarcerated.
yeah, yeah. Well, I'm not. I'll be honest. I'm not feeling that there's any reason why you can't be happy, and I don't feel that you won't be free, if that makes sense. So,
Yes, I'm being
I get.
accused of something that I'm not guilty for, so it's really bearing on me.
Yeah, and I think the most important, unfortunately, with things like this is, you know the truth. stand in your truth is what I want to say to you, Jacqueline. You know, when we know the truth does prevail in the end. Sometimes we have to have a few things that step in the way, but as long as you stand in your truth and believe in you and know that you're innocent, I'm sure that that in itself will energetically unfold in the way that your innocence will be seen. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying there's any restrictions, I'll
Absolutely.
be honest. So
That's actually
the
what I tell
beautiful
my
thing,
children when they ask me. So that's funny. You said it exactly how I told them.
yeah, yeah, and it's very hard when you know, a situation comes up that is a little bit of out of our control. And the key for you is, you know, you're a beautiful mother, you know, you're a beautiful soul. So you know, it's about remembering that, and no matter what you're accused of or so forth, you know, don't fall into the trap of getting bogged down by that. Do you know what I mean? You stand in your truth. You hold your light, and do it with pride, and you know, and I feel everything will be okay. But I do feel a lot of beautiful things coming in for you, and I think maybe, you know, the rebirth, the new beginnings that are happening for you, they're happening for you on so many different levels. So there's a lot of learning happening on a deeper level for you, sweetheart. But you know, from that learning, I see a lot of beautiful things transpiring, and I think that's the most important thing, is that, you know, no matter what we've gone through, we've got through that. And now we just move forward in a different way and create the life that we actually want and desire and deserve, you know. So, like I say, don't let, you know, accusations and all those type of things bring you down, because you know the truth, and that is the most important thing. And, you know, I truly believe, you know, we've got the dark and the light. I truly believe the light always will shine brighter than the dark in a situation. So, so I just feel like, you know, this is a time, maybe what I would suggest to you too, Jacqueline, is maybe doing a little bit of a journal, sweetheart. You know, this could be something that later on you could, you know, put it in a form of a book for your children, and you know, for other people to read. Because I feel like you've had an interesting life. And when I say that with respect. And I think you've endured quite a lot, and some of it's not been, you know, in your control. Do you know what I mean? Can you understand why I'm saying that,
Absolutely.
Jacqueline? Yeah. Okay. Do you like the color blue? By the way, I don't know why, but the color blue stands out really strong around you.
Actually, yes, I do. Mine and my son's eyes are baby blue,
Oh, okay.
and
So
I'm
what I
staring
might
at an
suggest.
eyeball on my wall that's blue right now.
Oh, how beautiful. So what I might even suggest, if that's one of your power colors or a strong color that you feel connected to, like I love this color blue that I've got on today. It is a power color for me. And so maybe if that color makes you feel good or empowers you or just gives you a strength, maybe look at wearing it a little bit more. Because you find, you know, I find when we're going through transition and rebirth like you are, you know, the best thing to do is to wear our favorite things, our favorite colors, and to, you know, just to put ourselves in that space, because what we put on our body, strangely enough, does affect our mood and does affect how we, you know, how we flow throughout the day. So maybe that's just a little suggestion I could give to you. But sweetheart, you know, I know it hasn't been easy, and I know what you've gone through, and I know you might go, how do you know? But I'm very blessed to be able to, when I, you know, take a caller or connect with people, I'm really, really blessed to be able to really know that person. So I know where you've been, I know what you've gone through, and I know that you'll get through it. And I see you doing it with, you know, a lot of confidence and a lot of, you know, I love the fact that you're a very proud woman. You really are a
Thank
very
you.
proud woman. And I love the fact that when you know you are where you are and who you are, you stand in that strength. And I just love that. So that's what I'm going to ask you to do, even right now, is to stand in your strength and know who you are. And it doesn't matter what other people think. I'm sorry, but it doesn't really matter what other people think, because they're not walking in your moccasins, as an old saying. You know, they're not walking your path. So no one has a right to judge it. So be gentle on yourself in your thoughts and your, in the way that you move forward. But darling, I'm really excited for you, and I'm very, very grateful that you called in. It was lovely to connect, and I think, is there anything else you'd like to ask me before we finish up?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Oh, sorry. Was there anything else that you would like to ask me before we finish up?
Yeah, you mentioned two gentlemen coming through. Was there perhaps possibly be my grandmother as well, or is it just those two gentlemen?
I'll be honest,
Because I
there's
feel
two
them
gentlemen.
around all the time.
Yeah, your grandmother is actually, she really has been around you for quite some time. So I don't feel like she's left you, to be honest. That sounds strange. So I feel she's always there with you. She was more like your mother. That's the feeling I get, and she shows me that. So, but the two males are the ones that are watching over you right now, that have come in today. So, I really wish you all the best, my darling. And I know that you're going to do fine. And you stand in your strength and you hold that pride, dear, and know that it doesn't matter what other people think, because the truth is they're not walking your path. So I will wish you all the best on that, and thank you, Jacqueline, for your call today. Now, my show is wrapping up very quickly, everybody, and for those of you who have tuned in and may watch in the near future, thank you so much for just sharing your time with me. I look forward to being a little bit more organised in the future. No, not really. I'm very much in the moment. So I hope whatever you do this week, that you do it with love and joy, and that if you aren't doing it with love and joy, allow love and joy to be a part of your being again. I think our souls really get a lot of joy out of when we are doing the things that make it happy rather than make it sad. So have a beautiful week wherever you are in the world. Thank you again. You can find me at www.rayleenkable.com.au, YouTube, Facebook. I'm everywhere. Blessed be you in having the most beautiful week, and I look forward to tuning in and seeing you all next week, same time, same station, and same show, with an amazing team. And a big thank you to my wonderful producer, Dave. And have a wonderful week. And as always, and it's a big thing for me, everybody, I've got my crystal, by the way. I will say, whatever you do, have a beautiful day, and namaste. Now, namaste is for you.